And before I hand back to you, what do you reckon about Netflix now that the dust has settled on them continuing boxing? Like, what have you read? Who have you kind of spoken to? What do you reckon the feeling is around kind of the boxing fraternity when it comes to Netflix remaining in boxing? Because I think that's a real, well, an amazing addition as a broadcaster to the sport if they continue to do so. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are that I'm sure promoters are salivating at the idea of trying to convince Netflix, hey, you've got all these people that tuned in for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. So why don't you continue to show boxing? I don't think that that will succeed. This audience that tuned in for this fight is because it was Mike Tyson and because it was Jake Paul. I think the other thing that's going on is that Netflix already has a ton of subscribers. They've got a ton of content, non-sports content, but they like to be seen as a place for events. So beyond the huge library of movies and TV shows that they have, occasionally you're going to have a big NFL game, like Netflix is going to be doing American football on Christmas Day here in the United States. They had a comedy roast of Tom Brady earlier this year. And these are the kinds of things that add more value. But I don't think Netflix would see the boxing audience as relatively niche as it is here in the United States or even around the country as people who would be subscribing to Netflix in addition to who would add to the subscriber count. I imagine that people are already going to be subscribing to Netflix and they're boxing fans.
Well, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to say no more and yeah, bite my tongue and see how things unfold.